back to my channel if you're new. Hi, my name's Laura. I am a cosmetologist. I'm not in the salon right now. I'm in my house, but I also do not work at the salon anymore. I had something going on with my hands. I'm going to explain this a lot probably in the next few videos. If you want to see, or if you want to know more about my hand, go back to the video where I do my makeup. So if you also want this look, go and see the video. If you see me itching or being just very discomforted, that's why. So yeah, sorry if I do some things that are kind of like, you know, I don't know, distracting. But yeah, and this boxes and stuff does not help. I'm still trying to get everything situated in this room. I plan on putting a shelf on this side, and I plan on putting something over here in this little thing, because I also have that door that I keep open because it gets freezing cold if I keep it closed and the rest of the house gets hot. So yeah, I have like a whole bunch. I even have my spray tan machine that I brought in from the salon. I have my influencer packages. I have an Amazon package from getting my stuff for my Cricut. I'm gonna do more videos for my Cricut. So if you wanna, you know, arts and crafty kind of videos, stay tuned for some videos. That was kind of redundant, but I'm waiting to get this tool that is the cutter tool, I guess, to cut everything. I think I need a new one because I have construction paper right now and cardstock, and it doesn't really clean. It doesn't cut clean. So I'm wondering if it's just that, or if I'm just still trying to get used to the pressure and the needle, because the needle goes up and down, but then there's also the pressure of how much the machine puts onto the pad, and I think I am still not used to that, and that's why it keeps ripping up all my creations. So yeah, stay tuned for more Cricut stuff. And this video though is going to be all about straightening my hair, and it looks very dark. I know a lot of people, they've commented like, no, it's darker. It's really not. This is just toned, I guess you could say, and it's going to fade out within like a couple of washes. It looks like it almost matches with my natural, but it does not. Trust me, in real life, this is like so much ashier and just a really dark ash blonde, and you can see like in the light just here, I don't know why it just shows up differently, but I'll probably film my hair outside. This is like an in-depth what I use with my products and all of that. So yeah, I wanted to show you the products, and I wanted to put the products in my hair because these products pretty much are like what you put in before you straighten your hair. So you're always supposed to apply this to clean, damp hair, but I always apply this even after a style just because it's so nice. But this is, if you know Redken's Pillow Proof, this product is actually very good to use instead of that. This doesn't mess with the elasticity, it actually messes with the smoothness and stuff of it. It helps seal the cuticle. Redken's Pillow Proof helps dry out the cuticle, so it actually it's very drying. This doesn't have any alcohol in it. I think the Pillow Proof does have the alcohol, like it has some form of alcohol in it. This one, it doesn't have anything that I can see. You put that in the hair, it cuts down your drying time, helps with smooth out frizz and stuff. This is the Neuro Prime Heat Control, and it's like blowout primer. So if you're doing a blowout round brush, I use this. This is it actually has heat control technology. This is a heat protectant, but this is not a heat protectant. Well, I guess you could say it is because it cuts down your drying time, but I also apply it with this. I actually put this in my palm and put this in my palm and rub it together and kind of like mix them up. And then we're going to go behind the ears, create our little section. And I take something that's not going to hurt your hair. If you take a really small rubber band, it's going to create dents, and it's going to be really hard to take out when you're straightening your hair. So I always do this because it doesn't really dent the hair, and it helps not crease it and stuff. And it's very nice on the head, and I'm gonna look crazy. Let me go get a brush because I forgot to get a brush. Okay, the brush that I'm gonna use is the wet brush. I sometimes debate between wet brush and a comb. A lot of people don't know you're supposed to brush your hair and pass through your hair with a brush before you actually start straightening it. A lot of people, they just take it and they straighten it like this. I'll show you why. I always brush through it. One, because it gets all the hair nice and straight. And then I'm using this. This is ISO. Yeah, ISO. I've never really heard of them, but my friend gave me this flat iron because she stopped doing hair. And she was like, yeah, just take this flat iron. I don't ever use it. I was like, okay, are you sure? So I took it. Trust me, I'm not the kind of person that is really like, are you sure in real life? I'm just like, okay, I take it. Because if they're giving it away, they've thought about it and they're giving it away. So, yeah. And then I cut my own hair. But that's what I'm gonna see what comes out of this when I'm done cutting it, because I don't know how it's, oh, I brushed through it. But when you do brush through it, it makes it more smooth, obviously. When it's not brushed out, you'll still have some kinks in there. And I like to do a little slow pass because we have heat protectant on it. So it's not gonna shrivel up. I can already feel like the ends are nice and straight. They're not, if your ends feel like, I don't know how to explain it, like wire at the bottom, it's not, you don't have a good heat protectant. But see, they're nice and smooth, nice and fresh. If, like, I wish you could feel it because it just feels so silky all the way to the bottom. And yes, I just cut it, but that's what the heat protectant helps with. It helps not have your hair get singed. And a lot of people, they don't ever know that their hair is singed. And they come and get their hair done and their hair comes out freaking smooth. And they're wondering why they can't do that at home. And it's because they don't have the products that we have. Or that I have. But, okay. I don't really care about, what is it? You should know what hair, I don't know how to explain it. I wish I could explain how to style your hair or how to straighten your hair for a person that's never done it or somebody that's like just getting into it. Because my niece, I tell her she needs to mess with her hair more because she has no clue like how to put in a ponytail, or my little niece does now because she puts in a ponytail all the time. But when they ask me like, how can you see behind your head, or how can you do your hair because you can't see behind your head, I tell them it's a lot of just messing with your hair, just getting pretty much getting to know your head. I also have another heat protectant. This is another thing that you can do. This is for hair that's already dry. So once you blow dry, because this is more for blow drying, this is more for blow drying, but I still put this in the hair because I like how it feels in the hair. This is also a heat protectant. It's flexible style, hot off the press, thermal protection hairspray. So it sounds very weird. It's a thermal protectant with a hold. So when you're straightening your hair, instead of it, you know, just coming out nice and soft, it comes out almost like really hard and stiff. But when you brush it out, it's so pretty. I love it just because it does have a hold to it. And I know once I straighten it, it's gonna have a really good hold. And by the way, these are all Paul Mitchell products. A lot of people do not want to use Paul Mitchell because they say it's an old brand, it's been out for too long, like Paul Mitchell is just not their style. I love Paul Mitchell. So we're gonna start with this little section. And then it's okay to stop in the middle of your section and to switch your grip. Because that's what I always do. I always have to stop because I'll go out, but then I'll switch my grip and go down. Especially if your hair is a little bit longer, you have to have kind of like two grips. And I can never, I'm facing away because I'm trying to look into this mirror and trying to show y'all how I do sections, but I always part it in the middle and the back, because when you're bringing your hair forward, you're over directing it, so when it goes back, it actually creates volume in the back. So it's actually really nice to do that, to separate it. And I normally take triangle sections, like this is, I feel like this is the middle, and I'll go down and create a little vertical section. That way when you direct it forward, it's gonna be really straight. I don't know how to explain it, but it just brings, what is it? See, this is kind of like the middle, but when normally I go over the ear and across. I don't know what kind of section to me it kind of creates like a triangle section. But this is the only way that I can actually get the bumps coming out straight from my scalp. The next section, and I can normally straighten my hair pretty fast, just because the products that I use really make my hair straight and stay straight and feel really good. If your hair does not straighten after like twice of passing, I've always passed with, or what is it? In beauty school, they made us pass our hair with only one swipe with the straightening iron. And sometimes you gotta go again, but if your hair doesn't straighten out after 2 passes with the straightening iron, I normally just kind of move on, just because sometimes that hair doesn't always listen. And even though I usually don't have bad hair days, I can pretty much have an easy hair day or every day be a good hair day, especially with it curly or straight. And I want to do more videos on that, because I feel like curly or straight, I always have pretty much a good hair day. After each section that I take, I always brush it all back and get the middle and go side to side. That way it kind of blends both sides, because sometimes you might straighten one side more than the other. So you gotta make sure you kind of blend them by taking that middle part, and I go side to side with it and straighten it, because your hair, it's really hard to explain. When you go side to side, it actually helps it keep it more straight. So if it has one little kink in it, sometimes you have to put the hair one way and then the kink goes away, or if it has another kink in it, you have to put it the other way. So when you go side to side, it helps that hair straighten it. It's almost like painting. If you've ever painted a picture, they always tell you, sorry, my hand's like really itching. They always tell you to paint in X's, and when you do that, it ends up being like more consistent looking, more uniform looking. That's what that kind of does. You're taking the hair side to side, and it helps straighten it out. Okay, we're gonna part this little part. I'm gonna go back and go this little section. Now I have to try to do this with one hand. I thought I could do this with my medicine on my hand, but I was clearly wrong. If I had a clip, I wouldn't have to do this. I can't find a clip. I'm like really trying not to. Yeah, it's kind of crappy if your middle finger is the one that gets affected by it. See, this is a crown area. This is my least favorite part to do when straightening, because the crown area, I normally take it straight up and I try to go the opposite way. So if it's on the right side, I kind of pull it down to the left side. And don't be afraid if you see smoke coming from your straighten iron. Do not be afraid thinking that you're burning your hair. Sometimes if you just have a lot of product in there, that's what it's burning off, or if you still have moisture in your hair, that's what's coming out. Okay, so I'm gonna take this section. If I had a clip, this would be a lot easier, but I have to wrap my hair up every single time now. Let's see if that will stay. But I always take my bangs first in the front, and I go back on the top section, the very, very top, when I'm getting to being almost done. When I do it around the face, I normally typically try to push it to the side and like come down and go out to the side. See, I come forward and I try to go like out to the side. Y'all just saw me do it earlier. Run the product through my hair just to seal down any ends and just to help seal the hairstyle, make sure it stays smooth all day. I have layers still in my hair. I actually need to, I feel like I need to straighten this part a little bit better. And that's how I straighten my hair. That's how I have smooth down my hair. And I'm hoping it's very smooth in the back, because normally at the salon, I ask somebody if it's straight or if I missed a spot, but I try not to dwell on any bumps and stuff, just because, but that's not her. So, yeah. I plan to go darker though. Or, not darker, lighter. It just looks really dark in here and really dark in the picture. Like, I don't know why.